Hey, Rob Schaumer of Pimensky Schaumer & Associates, Elite Business Coaching and Consulting, video number 36 of my 30-day, 60-video personal challenge. I want to talk about a little bit about networking. I was asked a question about how do you network? How do you meet people for the first time? And especially in the world of networking, I've been talking a little bit about social media and building social networks. How do we connect with people? And there was a time in high school, I wasn't, what's the word? I guess I would say I was a nerdy sort of kid. I didn't have a social circle. I would say I was quite socially awkward. I didn't feel I fit in. And I'd reached a point where I hit a point where I'd like to start making some friends. I needed to come up with a way. And one of the things that I discovered, I had actually read a book by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And there was an amazing insight in there. I've internalized that. I internalized it then, and I've used that in my relationships ever since. When you meet people, don't talk about yourself. We always think that especially networking, right? When you want to network, you go to a networking event and you want to market yourself. What do? You go around and you're like a walking commercial. Hey, my name's Rob, I'm a business coach, I'm an expert, and you want to do business with me, and come on and give me a call, and you're going to pay me, and we're going to be good, and you're going to be so successful, blah, 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 blah. And then you walk away. And the person, just like their brain zoned out after that first 5 seconds of that commercial. The most important, the most wonderful thing a person likes, the thing that impacts a person most is when they feel significant. When you make another person feel significant, it changes them. They come alive. They matter. It's so amazing, the shift in a person when suddenly they realize that people care about them. And long ago I learned this and I saw the power of it, that when I would meet people, I would ask them really simple questions. I remember when I sort of was getting my feet wet around this, I would just ask them, what do you do? What are you studying, right? Where are you from? Whatever it might be. And then I would ask them questions around that. What are you studying? Oh, how did you get into that? Oh, that's fascinating. That's really cool. How did you do this? And I would just keep on building the questions. And very often, in my high school and university years when I was making friends, I could speak to somebody for an hour and I wouldn't say a single thing about myself. And the next day they would see me and there would be this amazing connection and they still knew nothing about me. There can be a downside, at least because if you get too much in the habit of that, eventually you have to remember to start telling people about yourself. Otherwise, you start being perceived as shallow. They have to know something about you. You have to share yourself as well. But when you're at a networking event, don't look to sell yourself. You don't impress people by selling yourself. You impress people by getting interested in them, by caring about them, by being sincerely interested. You can't be superficial. People see that. They read through that. They see through your facade. You got to be really interested in people. People are fascinating. People have amazing lives. Everybody is so incredibly unique. You're an incredibly unique person. Nobody is like you. Everybody's so amazingly different. And when you recognize that and you go meet people, you're blown away by the experience they've had and the things that you can learn from them, the gifts they have. So this is a way, if you want to go out, if you're networking, if you're going to networking events and you're meeting people, or maybe it's just somebody you meet at an event, or they're sitting at your table for a meal, they came with a friend. Get interested in them. Be fascinated by them, learn from them, and you'll see the power of that, how your social network grows, and especially online as well, right? Don't go talking about yourself and saying things just to get people to respond to you, but be genuinely interested in people. Have a great evening. Speak to you tomorrow.